Hello everyone, I am Tom Bennett and this is Motorhomes with American Tom. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2025 Coachmen Nova 20 RV. It's my favorite floor plan of a brand that I think is very cool. What I love about this brand is it fits in a category with a lot of other RVs, but it just has some upgraded, nicer features without costing you an arm and a leg to get there. So it's a really cool brand. We're going to take a look at the outside, go over some of the features you have out there, go inside, take a look at everything we got going on there, and then tell you what we like and dislike about the motorhome. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to our special guest, Riley. This is newcomer to RV. She also my fiance, and she is here to give a real perspective.
I'm a newbie, so
about what people like these think about this. So what do you think from the very start? Just taking a look at the outside here, what are we looking at?
I feel like you drove over here and it was really easy for you to just pull in and park, even when we were over by other vehicles. So I like that in case we had this and I was ever driving, because I don't like to feel, you know, really tight and that I'm going to hit something else. And then it's cozy, and surprisingly with how compact it is, I had leg room and we were able to easily both walk in and out of it.
All right, so let's take a look at what we got going on outside. So this comes in 3 colors. You get a white, a gray, and it's kind of like a charcoal gray that they have with it. I think that one looks really cool, but the white is always a winner. We drive white cars, so it's always a good look. This is only 20 feet long. If you measured it tip to tip, 20 feet 11 inches with what you have on the back and up front. Right here from the start, you can see you have a full-length awning, front to back. You've got this long sliding door for access, 2 doors up front, of course, and then this really cool step side. Having it separated like that and made of metal, I know it's going to be durable, give you a little bit better grip as you're getting on, even if it's wet or something like that, so I like that. Looking up top, you can see that you have 3 roof rack rails set up there, so if you had one of those like a bigger storage rack, or if you had kayaks or something like that, you got a place to put them up top. Also on the roof, you have 2 separate solar panels that give you over 200 watts of solar. You got a Wi-Fi system. You have your Truma AC system, which is a really nice one at that. Let's take a look as we walk around. Right here is the exhaust for that Truma system. That's a tankless hot water heater and a furnace system for the coach. And then you have some power right here. Around to the back side, you got a built-in ladder. There's lots of cool things you can add to these, whether it's a rack for a kayak, bike racks, things like that I think are always nice when you're getting out into the sticks a little bit. And then you got these double opening doors. Built-in storage on both sides. You got this cool little hip holder right there. And then you have a drop-down shade. So if you want to leave this open, get a little fresh air in there, you always can. Let's close this. Nice ladder too. It's like a big metal ladder. One thing unique to this one, a lot of these smaller B vans have a cassette system. Now if you don't know what that is a built-in piece that you pull out of the motorhome that acts as your sewer system. Cassettes are usually only a couple gallons in size, and it's a very manual way of taking care of your sewer system. This is an actual RV tank system like you'd see on everything else. You have a gray tank, you have a black tank, you can hook up here and to the outlet on the ground and pull those. The benefits of this are that it's more sanitary, easier to work with in that regard, and also you get much bigger tanks. So for something that's really small in size, you still have the more residential use of having a larger tank system. I think that is a huge upgrade that you see very few RVs in this size having. Here you've got the smart plug. This smart plug, as it compares to others, just gives you a little bit more coverage, so you don't have flashing lights even if you have spotty coverage. This is a spray port for a like an outside shower system. You got a cable hookup, city water connection, fresh water connection, another cable hookup. Oh no, that's solar. And then this is cable. And then you have a black tank flush for that sewer system that's really nice. This is a separate tank drain that goes to your sink. So you have, of course, your full bathroom that's in the back of the RV, and then a separate sink tank drain. This is going to give you a lot more capacity by having the 2 separate. And then, of course, you have a port to put your actual drain. So that's pretty nice. While we're on the outside, there is something Coachmen does to this Ram ProMaster chassis that nobody else is doing, and that's that they add a suspension system upgrade of the Super Springs on the front and the rear axle. That's going to add a lot more stability, and it's going to add some comfort to your ride. This Ram, in some applications, especially if it's a half-ton or a three-quarter, it can be a little bumpy. You could feel a little bit more of the road. With the Super Springs on the front and the rear there, it definitely feels more comfortable. A little bit less of the side-to-side movement, and then it's not as shaky. So I think that's a great thing to add to this RV. Now that we've seen the outside, let's take a look inside. Come on. So, ladies first. So of course this is how it is whether you're on the road or anywhere else. We will take a look up here at the front. In fact, let's take it for a spin.
What do you think?
All right, we're taking this thing for a little spin.
What do you think of the seats? Does it
Well,
feel
seats
comfy?
are comfortable, yeah. You got nice tech up here and stuff like that, but this thing is tiny. It's like driving a car.
Which is nice. You easily park.
Yeah. Parks in a
everyone
normal
can
parking-
relate to
parking
that.
spot, yeah. How's the passenger seat?
It's nice. I was showing before. I got some good leg room. It's comfy. I feel high up too, which I like.
So, a few of the things I like. Well, one, it's telling me I need to put my seatbelt on. It's probably something I need to do.
Where are we going?
We're just going over here.
Okay,
But what I like is that you have cameras up here. Backup cameras always running. The tech down here is really nice. The navigation system is very up to date. Media, comfort, the whole thing. The seat, you sit up really high. So I can see everything that's around me out here. Very comfortable, and really just like driving a car. It's 20 feet long, you park it anywhere you want to go. That was effortless.
There we go. Parked.
Okay, I'll leave that running. All right, now let's take a look at the RV itself. Now this 20 RB floor plan, RB is for rear bath. You got the bathroom all the way in the back as opposed to being right here in the middle. That makes this small space feel so much more open. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. Now, one thing you notice here is that these are a more traditional solid wood stained cabinet. These are very high quality. What you typically see in these B vans is like a white panel door or something that has more of a modern look. I think this feel, you can certainly feel how much of a higher quality it is, but it makes it feel a lot more homey. I think this, of any of the B floor plans, is something that you could actually spend more time in comfortably. And then the way Coachmen adds some extra quality into the components as well as the materials, I think is really cool. So let's start right here in the kitchen. Up top, this is more of a utility cabinet here. You can adjust things like the tank heaters, the Wi-Fi system, turn the tank on itself, the awning. This Truma controls both your AC and your hot water heater and your furnace all in here. That is a really good upgrade. That Truma AC that you see right here, it's very quiet, very powerful, and then it has a night mode that really combines both of those by giving you a lot of power without any of the noise. So really cool and high quality. You can turn your solar on and off here. This is the solar charge controller below. And then this has two different Firefly multiplex wiring controls, which lets you run pretty much everything in the RV. So this is the smaller of the two right here. You can go through and make adjustments to your auto gen system. So what auto gen start is it monitors the battery power that you have, and whenever you run out of battery power, it knows to turn it back on. You can control this with the temperature of the RV so that if it gets too hot, it knows to, the thermostat will tell that, turn the generator on and then cool it back off. That's this temp-based GenStart setup right there.
It's good for dogs.
Yes, exactly. This is great for dogs. So if you're heading somewhere, you got the pups with you and you want to head out for the afternoon, you can leave the RV there and know that if it starts to get too hot, you can protect them from that heat right here. So really cool system and very easy to use with this Firefly. Moving back from there, you're going to have a bunch of these cabinets, and really they go all the way down the RV on both sides. Remember, small size, big storage. This is really cool. I don't want to go too far in this. I want to show you the rest of the kitchen first. Here, you have a little paper towel holder. In this model year, they upgraded to a bigger sink. Big stainless steel sink with a cover right there.
Be a little dimension.
So you can keep your counter space. Sink cover right there. You have an induction cooktop built in right there, completely flush with the service, so you can still use this however you'd like. Underneath, storage. Now check this out. They're like these auto close doors. Let me do that one more time. It like pops itself in. You have a fridge freezer combo right here. Little convection microwave. Actually, that's just a microwave. And then big drawer underneath. All high quality, nice kitchen setup, very condensed and compressed in here. Before we go back, I want to point out how awesome these windows are. Most of them are just going to have that tiny little piece that opens up. These windows will actually pop. They'll pop all the way up. So you can really get some fresh air in here. Also, you got a built-in screen and a built-in blackout curtain. So really multi-functional. It's also kind of like tinted, so you can't see in these from the outside, and you have these really nice windows. You got 3 of them in here, which is really good. Right here you got a little bit of extra storage, some more drawers, and one here underneath for the trash can. Pretty cool. And then what makes this floor plan really nice is, of course, these dual beds. These beds are full length, one on each side. You got this table that you can remove in and out of here. And then, of course, you can bring this across, or actually there's a piece that fits on it. This one comes across. So you can make this into one really big bed. For something this small to be able to actually sleep in it comfortably, it's really nice. And then you have these cushions, which you want to take a seat on this right here? Sure. It's pretty comfortable.
Oh, that is nice. It's almost a little Tempur-Pedic. It slowly sinks.
Yeah, it's like a memory foam kind of thing. That's cool. Of course, you got all the storage up top, and then you have this second Firefly control panel. So you got 2 of these panels in here. This one's a little bit bigger, a little easier to use, and then you can also control this through a mobile app. So if you want to do it with your cell phone, you can do that too. Max Air fan vent is above the kitchen right here, but it has the remote control. Let's close these real quick. And then moving on to the back, you have your RB rear bathroom right here. You have some extra storage in here. This can either be a hanging closet or just storage shelves. Let me see this real quick. Not a lot of space in here. And then you got these drawers right here. Another thing worth pointing out is you have a pretty nice screen right here. Instead of some cheaper accordion thing, this is a waterproof, little nicer screen, but it hides really well. And then the actual bathroom portion, you have this screen that goes around for the shower. You've got your little storage there with the built-in mirror. This sink right there. And then you see how long this is? That's your shower.
Dual purpose.
Dual purpose. RVs in the B van category have what's called a wet bath. That means that your toilet area here is also your shower. So, pretty good space though. This is totally usable and would work out pretty good. Plenty of headspace. You got a built-in vent fan right there too. All right, so now that we've seen this RV, what do you have to say about it?
Are we doing dislikes and likes?
Yes.
So I'll start with dislikes. It is a little tight, but it is a B van, so I guess, and again, I'm new at all this stuff, but we were just in a really big motorhome, so going from that to this, it is a little bit more tight, but for how small the space is, you do have a lot as far as a shower, bath, you have a kitchen, so you really have everything. It's just in a more compressed thing. So I guess that's my dislike and like.
You know, that's a really good point. There's so much variation with RVs, between something teeny tiny like this all the way to the big 45-foot full-time style motorhomes, and you have to find kind of what fits you the best. While we're there, if you have any questions about this RV or any of them like that, from this to something 45 feet long, give me a call. My number is 561-348-4231. I'm happy to talk about these things, answer any questions you have about the motorhome itself, so that you can be better informed about what the RV lifestyle is all about. But amongst B vans this size, one thing I really like about it, since we're doing likes and dislikes, is that it has the most sleepable of floor plans. You know, some of them will have a couch that makes into a bed in the back, or it'll have like two of these, a little bit shorter there in the back of the motorhome, or it has a bed that's just one couch that stretches out and you kind of finagle it into a bed. This creates a full-size bed with length and width, comfortable for 2 adults and 2 dogs if you're anything like us. So a lot of people have this belief about what they want to do with an RV and traveling, where they are going to sleep in the RV. Most B vans are just going to be great for getting there. I think this one, you can actually stay in it comfortably, and it really makes it, I think, the most functional 20-foot floor plan that's out there. So I definitely like that. Another thing I like is how functional this floor plan is for different things. We didn't talk much about it, but this is the best insulated of the RV brands. It comes standard with Rockwell insulation that makes it the best one out there, and then you can, on top of that, option in the Cozy Wrap insulation package, which really makes this a near 4 seasons B van. So if you're going to be traveling into cold weather, whether you're going skiing or just sightseeing up in those cold weather areas, it's nice to know that your RV can handle it and keep you warm while you're doing it. This Truma system, paired with the combi heater system, with the insulation, with the tank heating pads it has, I mean, this is really designed to be multifunctional anywhere. So I definitely like what they've done there. Let's go into dislikes. Is there anything you dislike? I guess you kind of talked about the...
I did want to add a like. The what was it? The Gen Z... The generator that basically you can... Or what's not a generator?
Autogen.
Autogen, yes. Just because we have dogs, and I know a lot of other people do have dogs or other animals that they want to... You know, because they're family, you want to bring them with you when you're traveling and stuff. That's so important when you're leaving them in here, so because it can get really hot, of course. But yeah.
That's a good one. I would say a dislike is this table. I don't really like this table that much, and I know that Coachmen uses a different table and some of their other brands, particularly the GAWR Rear.
Can you switch it out or no?
You probably could. There's probably a way to do that. But I think this table is just a little bulky for how it sits, and maybe something a little thinner, maybe that matched this.
Yeah, I do like the wood
in here. You like the wood?
I do. Like you said in the beginning, it is more homey rather than it being all white.
Yeah. I'd go with that. It's hard to come up with a lot of dislikes here. I would say that this is more expensive than some of your more entry-level B vans. So choosing to step into something, you might not need all of those optional upgrades that you have. Like for instance, I know we didn't talk about it before, but this has 315 amp hour Group 31 batteries, 345 amp hours standard, which is a lot more. That's like the optional upgrade that most brands have, and then you can still option on top of that. That's one like I have to throw into it. You can option this out to have the most awesome electronics package, whether it's the LI drop-in battery package or the LI3 system that does the underhood generator with the upgraded batteries, and then you get on top of that option in a whole nother round of those lithium batteries. You can option this thing out into being the most badass electrically equipped ProMaster chassis out there pretty easily. So I think Coachmen has done a wonderful job of giving those options into a category where most of them are just trying to be the cheapest one. So I think they've done a really wonderful job there. I do want to throw in a dislike here. This is nice and all, but this is kind of a small entry door. I mean, the screen's nice,
right?
But it's not big. I
a little
almost feel like you could get rid of this and make this door that much bigger.
Right.
So I got to throw that dislike in there too. All right. So again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this RV or any RV, always happy to talk about it. Or if there's an RV you'd like to see us do a video on, comment what it is. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe to the video to see more videos just like this. We thank you so much for checking it out, and I'll tell you my phone number one more time. It's 561-348-4231. Before we go, Miss Riley, is there anything you want to say to the world?
Tom.
All right, thanks.
Bye.